to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, September 27th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. For the most part, I believe all great athletes want to have control over the way their story is written. And for Breon Ansley, now that he's heading into what will be his last appearance on the Classic Physique stage, I'm sure that having a say in the way this final chapter ends is more important than ever. Last week, he released the first update photos from the start of his prep, and according to him, he says that he's starting things off in 5th gear right now, which is exactly what you'd expect from a 2-time champion who's looking to go out with a bang. Based on what we're seeing, it does seem his plan is to come in bigger and fuller than he was last year, which will definitely give him a size advantage over some of the other guys we're expecting to see in the top group. So if he can find a way to combine that with razor-sharp conditioning he had during his championship run, then this should be one hell of a swan song. Outside of Derek, who's no longer in the 212 now, if you had to point to another athlete in the division who's been all over the headlines so far this year, it would probably be Kamal ElGargni. Given what he's done in his 2 appearances in the open class already, you can make a solid argument for Kamal being the odds-on favorite to win the title in December, which would give him another unique slice of history in this division because he would be the only athlete in history to win the title, lose the title, and then go on to win it back again. Now, obviously, there are a handful of other players who are going to play a major role in how this all plays out. But if Kamal does continue on the path that he's been on all year long, this could wind up being bodybuilding's version of a storybook ending. Right now, I believe we're just over 2 weeks out from diving back into the Legion Sports Festival, which is one of those shows that always ends up delivering some sort of major headline. And I'm sure that when Tonio Burton looks into his crystal ball, he's seeing himself up there on that stage as the last man standing. One of the interesting things about Tonio heading into this show is that he has potential to be one of those full circle moments. Because when he competed here last year, it was his first time moving into the open class. And from that point on, he's essentially been off to the races. In the 2 or 3 times that we've seen him on stage this year, he's gotten a little bit better and looked a little more comfortable as he's grown into his new division. So if he can really dig deep over the next couple of weeks, we'll have an opportunity to turn that crystal ball vision into a reality. Sometimes you'll hear people say that the NFL is a copycat league because once coaches and players find something that works, then all of a sudden you start seeing everyone else starting to latch onto it. And to a certain extent, bodybuilding can be like that too, especially when you have someone like Big Ramy sitting at the top who forces everyone else to play the size game. So with that in mind, when you hear someone like Labrada is planning to come in heavier than he's ever been, it makes sense because that's the right way the game is being played. Right now, the NFL is a passing league, which means that you're probably not going to see a run-heavy team like the Ravens or the 49ers win the Super Bowl because you have to throw the ball to win. And to the same end, if you're going to see the champ beat on the Olympia stage, you're probably going to have to beat him at his own game. After all, we're dealing with a copycat lead, and the only way to win is to play the game. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.